Reviews are popping up for Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader Pro Media versus Rogue Trader, how they rated the game. The purpose of this video is to have some fun and good laughs, but what is very important to say about the media that no one said so far and no one will. Okay, media that says the next words that I'll say is valid. Every other media that rated the game and will not say the next words that I'll say is not valid. And they don't know what they're doing. But what is crucial to say? We all, me, bunch of other guys and content creators and media journalists, played the same version of the game. Full release, but yesterday, okay, on 6th December, this game received over 20 gigabytes huge patch with thousands of bug fixes and quality of life improvements everywhere, in every single segment. Media knew that. Developers warned them multiple times that they're not yet playing the full version and that a lot of things will be fixed for audience, okay, for the players that gonna play on 7th December. They all somehow ignored the opinion and they gave their reviews. So also the fact that all of you should know is that not a single one of them, and I can confirm that not a single one of the journalists finished the game. That's 100% confirmed. Now, let's see the pro media, how they rated the CRPG. Let's see how they rated Rogue Trader.
Are you ready for Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader? As I am. The Emperor protects.
Not that curious about those that rated the game well, okay? I'm curious about those that rated the game not that well. And one of the funniest reviews that I've seen was from the PC Gamer. PC Gamer. Rogue Trader gets 40k atmosphere right, but it's buggy and the rules are mess. You knew there's gonna be bug fixes, man. You ignored the fact that you received a 20 gigabytes patch and you never mentioned it. Now, as far as the rules, you cannot play Argenta with a bolter with area damage talent. When you play area, it's meltas, it's flamers, they do area damage. You played with area talents, with a bolter, and you think how rules are mess. For me, it takes 2 to 3 rounds to finish fights on unfair, while this guy calls combat a slug. And now comes the funniest part. Absolutely the funniest part. Mass Effect, but isometric dystopian turn-based and not that much like Mass Effect. What are you, man? Are you crazy? What the fuck? How can you compare this game to Mass Effect? Does every game in space for you is Mass Effect? Is every movie in space Star Wars? What is wrong with you? How can you even play Angry Birds? How can you compare this to Mass Effect? How can you say something like this, man, that they should give you like a foot in the ass? Goodbye, yo, play Angry Birds. Mass Effect, not that much like Mass Effect. Do you know that people are laughing at you? You're part of the main joke right now. You're gonna become a meme. They're gonna make a meme out of you. Are you crazy? Mass Effect. Now, from everything that is Jody McGregor recommended here, okay, from everything that I've seen, and I scrolled through it, all of these pictures and so on, the guy never moved out of Act 2. Never moved out of Act 2 when he did a review. He talked about rules and about Mass Effect. A defect. You know about video games as much as I know about cleaning toilets, and that's a fact. PRG, whatever the hell this says. Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader is an audacious love letter to Games Workshop dystopian sci-fi setting offering a bleak A game out of 200 hours is bleak for you. Yet compelling portrait of iconic universe. However, engaging combat and gripping decisions points are left down by abundant bugs and a mechanical depth that can be off-putting at times. Why don't you say that you received a 20 gigabytes patch yesterday? Why don't you say that? Why do you mention bugs when you received a 20 gigabytes patch to fix those bugs? PC games and Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader Adventure. Adventure is Monkey Island. That's Adventure. The Last Journey. Grim Fandango. Adventure across the dangerous Koronus Expanse is full of a fun sci-fi lore and companions, but it's buried beneath wonky balancing. It's not wonky balancing, you don't know how to play the game. Again, it's 2 rounds on unfair if you know what you're doing. So it's not wonky, you're wonky. Tedious spaceship battles. Again, you don't know how to upgrade the ship, you don't know the rules. Spaceship battles are extremely tedious when you go in to fight with a boat, but once you upgrade your boat and it actually becomes a voidship, it's 2 rounds battle in ship combat as well, okay? And quest breaking bugs. There wasn't a single quest break bug, and I got 1,000 hours in the game. Not even in beta. Perhaps after numerous patches, Rogue Trader will one day become a strong addition to the CRPG genre. Yeah, just the CRPG of the year. Yeah, and one day it will become top 3 CRPGs of all time. You're right. With additional patches in the Emperor's Edition. You're right. Kinda right. Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader delivers a dream CRPG for Warhammer fans if you can get past its bugs, and now you open up, okay, something over here and you say, but the game received 20 gigabytes update yesterday, and then you raise your score. For example, be fair, I can tell you like the game, and I can tell you experienced bugs as we all did. And trust me, if someone experienced bugs in Rogue Trader, that would be me, because I've been playing it for a full year and I've seen over 10,000 bugs in alpha, beta, additional patches, God knows how many versions, pre-release, full release, and the release that's coming out on 7 December. So if someone can speak about those bugs, I can speak about those bugs. I know every bug in its core, and what's fixed and what's not. So mention that there was a 20 gigabytes patch. Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader delivers a solid option for players who are looking to lose themselves in the darkness of the franchise universe. And why only 75 then, if you said all the good things? Why 75? Okay, that guy reached Act 3, at least that. Of course, he never finished the game as well. No one did. I can confirm, no one did, because the game is huge. Funny thing, I read this guy review right now. He said nothing bad about the game, he just don't know how to calculate balance and how the actual combat works, so that's not enough knowledge from his side, and that's why he gave it only 75, but he praised the game everywhere. And he gave 7.5 out of 10. Very funny, okay? Like, if you're gonna praise the game like you praised it everywhere here, why only 7.5? If you don't know how to play the game, that's a different topic, that's you, it's not the game's fault, it's your fault. Learn how to play, because I see that you praise the game. What are you doing? And the rest of the media praised the game. So what I wanna say, and what's very important for you people to realize, the game is in far better state than Wrath of the Righteous was in its vanilla version. This game is in like 5 times better state than the mess that Baldur's Gate 3 was on its release date, but somehow everyone liked defending their asses during camping in Baldur's Gate 3, but they don't like darkness, combat, and crazy good writing from Rogue Trader. Funny. Also what I've seen, how they complain, how there's way too much reading. Okay, they need to read way too much. You play a CRPG, you don't play Mass Effect. As the guy would say for Mass Effect down there, it's not Mass Effect. You play a CRPG, you need to read. If you don't want to read, skip convos, go to combat. If you don't know how to do combat, learn how to do combat. If you don't know how to level up properly, there's plenty of guides on the internet where you can learn how to level up properly. What talents to take, what does what, okay? I've seen a lot of idiotic stuff, okay? Because I've been watching it for a month. Idiotic questions, idiotic stuff. People that rate CRPGs have zero knowledge about CRPGs. Like literally zero knowledge about CRPGs. How can you be a journalist? Why are you rating that game then? Who got you the job? How did you get your job? Like, what I've seen is a blasphemy, okay? Like, I've seen some builds. There were literally people that take up reduce veil on Cassia when there is no veil in Act 1, in Chapter 1. That's what they were doing. And then combat is a slug. Yeah, it's a slug. You don't have any movements. You don't have any good damage dealing spells to clear out enemies. You play on story and on normal mod. And there's daring, challenging and unfair on top of it all, and you say how it's a slug. It's not a slug, you don't know how to play the game. If you think it's a slug, if you think I'm talking in vain, if someone out of these journalists thinks how combat is a slug, how ship combat is slow, go ahead. I uploaded like 100 videos on Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader on unfair. Every fight is 2 rounds. Game is not to blame cause you are a slug. It's not a game that's a slug, you are. Or better to say you don't know how to do your job. How can anyone take you serious anymore? I don't know, it's beyond me. The last thing that I can say to everyone that's gonna watch this, in my opinion, you don't have to have the same opinion, of course, it's just an advice. Do not trust a single review, a single person that does reviews or guides if you cannot see the game that you are watching with a full freaking run on the hardest difficulty available. Once you see the proof that the person is capable of doing so, then you can trust the reviews, then you can trust the guides. When something is tested and shown to you in your face. Before that, this on Word, like they're doing it over here, most of them, this is more like a comedy. You can create a lot of memes out of this, but reality, you can transfer it to real life as well with media and so on. That they're a joke. Anyways, we're gonna continue with this when the rest of them come, and I can't wait for the rest of them to go over here, especially IGN and GameSpot and so on. I'm dead curious about them as well. But all in all, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you had fun. I was joking 50% of time. 50% of time I was dead freaking serious. Thanks for watching and enjoy your time in Rogue Trader. If you have any problems, visit my channel. Check out, there is every single fight guide, everything that you need to know about Rogue Trader, so the game won't be a slug for you.
Are you ready for Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader? Because I am. The Emperor protects.